Yeah, like I was saying, guys, self-sovereignty is about taking control of our emotions, our actions, reactions, essentially. But what it is for me is about, I've kind of stopped doing the reactive motion, because that's what it is. It's all energy and motion, isn't it? So I feel that truly being self-sovereign is when we can hold our own ground and say, you know what, I can take in this information. Some of it may not even agree with me, but you know what, I respect what you're saying. I'm actually going to learn something from what you're actually talking to me about. And without getting into a disagreement, causing a big argument, like I see people are quite touchy at certain points, especially when you hit certain trigger points, which is understandable, but we're at a point where we need to grow and learn. And unfortunately, if we keep responding in a certain way, this is why a lot of things are not going right for us, or we're unable to communicate with each other. But I also see a lot of changes within that as well, which I'm very proud to see with people, and taking ownership of their own, and looking at their lives or their responses to certain situations and experiences, whether it's through childhood, whether it's through teenage, school times and stuff. Like, these all have different impacts. Our family, also different experiences that you feel with them, because you know there's that saying, we can all grow in the same house, but everyone has a different experience. Now with me, I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, I was quite reactive, I was quite emotional. I was writing my diary how much I didn't like this person, and they were frustrating me because I didn't feel, not that I didn't have a voice, we had a voice, but it always got shut down. And I felt also a lot of the time it was a bit contradictory, you know, when your parents be telling you, do as I say and not as I do. But you just said not to do that, and then you're doing it. So which one is there? So I think that's the point of where I'm kind of at. So let me know also if you think any different. But I want to be the person who I want to see in life, who I've wanted to be in my life, essentially. And I've been blessed with many people, trust me, but a continuous figure of that. So this is what all, I guess, in also, sorry if I'm stumbling there, but rich is about. It's being enriched, it's being controversial sometimes, and holding people accountable as well as ourselves. You know, I've put myself in certain situations, I've put myself in some serious debt, yeah, and I've got to take ownership of that, whether it was because I was helping out another person, or because I thought I could make a change within a certain situation. Really, I couldn't do that. And me taking up that responsibility has had some counter effects. And as much as I want to get it changed and I want to be better, I have to take accountability of the position that I put myself in. So I've had to listen to a couple of things that I didn't like, and having to hear people tell me certain things about myself. And as much as I can be a controversial, I can be a snapback person also, but is this really going to help me in this situation right about now, really and truthfully? So I just want us to think about these things, about the different levels of maturity and ownership of being self-sovereign. And also, when I'm saying self-sovereign, another impactful part of this conversation that I wanted to bring up is sovereignty within the world. Sovereignty of, against what we're told that we have to do, to the choices that we should be doing. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I think everyone needs to be running buck wild and doing whatever they like. No, there's a common courtesy, there's a common understanding between each other. We've gone through lifetimes and lifetimes and eons of people wanting to be in control, people want to be in demand and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I understand there needs to be a certain level of order, essentially. But is it in the order for the people at best? Or is it all in order for certain institutions, should I say? Institutions and states, countries. Is it really the betterment for the people? Is it the betterment for the people's pockets? Is what it also comes down to. So I want to know your thoughts on that. Like, I want you to tell me how you feel, what you think, Have you had a situation where you feel that you took part in your own sovereignty, or a circumstance where we might have differences of opinion, but does it mean that I have to snap back at you or feel emotionally charged by what you're saying because something may have happened to me before, but it wasn't particularly you? Have you noticed things like that where, you know, sometimes you're having a conversation with someone and a topic comes up and it might be something that happened that you didn't even know about, really. But is that my fault? That what has happened to you? Not based upon my opinion, because I could be just unknowing. So another point of how we're communicating with each